I just want to know how much you made them run because they're down to 11 turnovers.
Well, I have to run too, so I mean, I'm a part of that run. I was shaking at halftime. We had 8, and we finished the game with 11. So that's right where we need to be. So I compliment them on that after the game.
But the free throws, 16 of 26. What about?
Well, Geronimo was a big part of that. We got to get him in the gym and we got to keep shooting them, man, because we're a better free throw shooting team than we're showing right now. I don't like that category at all.
Jim.
Coach, the starters seemed to play more minutes early on tonight. Was that purposeful? I know there was a couple of games where the leads had kind of gone away. Did that have anything to do with trying to get them to be more locked in?
No, not really. I mean, again, guys, we got a team that if you called upon to play, you got to be ready to play, and you got to produce. And we getting that from everybody that steps on the floor. And it didn't have anything to do, I went with the starters, because they were playing pretty good. I thought they played some really positive minutes. And then I went back to the second unit, and they came in and kept things going. So that's the kind of team we're going to have to be in the long run, especially when we start making this run, towards the Big Ten. I mean, we gotta be deep, and guys gotta be ready to play when called upon.
Okay, Mike and Kevin and Dustin.
Coach, what did you like and not like about how your team executed against the zone defense? And is that something you're happy to see with Syracuse on the horizon here?
Well, again, I asked my coaches coming in at halftime, is that kind of how Syracuse extends, their zone. They had a 2-3 zone. They were in pretty much a 1-2-2 zone, but they were matched. And then I made the adjustment by going overload. And, we came right out of the timeout, and Parker hit a big 3, and then we started executing out of that set. So, again, I don't see a lot of zones in the NBA, so this is new for me, and I'm just kind of navigating my way through it. But I thought for the most part, we executed pretty well in the zone. I mean, we were stagnant early until I called the timeout and made the change. And then we kind of went over at halftime. But they didn't come back to it a whole lot after we made a few buckets.
Kevin.
Yeah, Xavier tonight, 14, I think 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Is that an example of what he can do when he avoids the foul trouble and staying on the floor and being productive?
Yeah, I mean, again, we brought Xavier here to help run our ball club. And, he can't do it sitting next to me. And being a point guard, there's a lot of things that come with being a point guard. I'm hard on point guards because they got to run our team and then still be able to do the things that they're capable of doing too. So we all in a learning stage right now. Coaches in a learning stage, and they're in a learning stage as well, trying to deal with me. So.
Okay, Dustin, Tyler, Jeff, and Tom.
You mentioned that second unit. They obviously were a lot more productive offensively in the second half than the first. Was that just a product of the defense they were seeing, or what did you like more from them?
I thought when they came in the first half, they were kind of somewhat going through the motions a little bit, and it didn't work for them. So I went back with the starters. What I mean? And that's the kind of team that was going to rock against. They didn't get it done while they were in there early. So I went with the unit I thought could get it done. And then I thought when they came back in the second half, they settled down and was playing the way, I know they are capable of playing.
Tom?
Coach, you mentioned a couple of times about teaching your point guards to run the team. Can you expand on what for you running the team is?
Well, point guard, to me, I've always thought a good or great point guard has got to be able to run offense. He's got to be able to know who needs the ball. If Trace has got it going, he's got to find ways to get him the ball. Same with Race. If a guy hadn't had a shot in a while, he's got to know that, hey, man, I got to get this guy a shot. That's what great point guards do. And then he's got to defend. I don't let him off the hook there either. But, I think Trace, Rob is not with us right now, and Christian, are still learning, man. And I mean, it's okay because again, I'm demanding when it comes to maybe they probably played for coaches that didn't push them as hard as I push them, but I expect more, and I'm going to keep coaching them that way.
Jeff?
Hey, Coach, 5 games in, what do you like most about your team, and what are the things you feel need the most work?
Well, I think we're starting to shoot the ball a little bit better. I like everything about how we're defending, man. I mean, we're getting after it. And, you know, I mentioned to these guys early on, when we first started as a team, we had to establish some kind of identity. And it had to start on the defensive end. And they've kind of held true to that so far this season, man. And it's got us wins, it's got us, kept us in games, it's pushed us out above teams in games. It's been our defense has been as solid. And hey, I knew that our defense would be ahead of our offense because I spent so much time, you know, putting it in and demanding things that I needed to have done on the floor. And now, you know, we gotta get our offense up to speed. And I mean, we're not, you know, you average 70-some points a game. That's not all bad. But you know, I want our offense to be a lot more easier than it is right now, and we're not there yet.
Last question, Tom.
Mike, how much of getting that offense up to speed is getting the ball in Trace's hands more? He only had 3 shots in the first half and made them all, but you only took 3 shots. And you want to see more of a concerted effort to get the ball into his hands?
Absolutely. He only had 7 touches tonight, and a lot of that had to do with the zone. Again, guys, he's going to be trapped a lot this year. You know what I mean? When he got it, they trapped him. He made great passes out of the zone. Sometimes he's going to be able to beat the traps, and sometimes he's got to sacrifice the ball for the sake of the team. That's just good offense, is what I call it. But yeah, when I look at the stat sheet and see that he only got 7 shots tonight, he's got to get more than that. So that's on me.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you.